party. I can't even remember the last time I fell asleep like that. I completely passed out in a corner. Welcome back, George. I have been managing the Gates of Judgment while you and Angelo slumbered. Am I the first one up? Yes, you seem to have been the first to awaken. Angelo, Ollie, and several gods are still asleep in the break room. Yeah, I'm guessing the rest are sleeping it off. One of the perks of not drinking is not having a hangover. What happened to you all night? I feel like I barely saw you. Some of the more scientifically minded gods were picking my brain, as it were. Ah, I imagine they wanted to take a look at Hephaestus's latest masterwork. Indeed. I had to strongly advise them against taking a peek at my circuitry. Hephaestus would not have been happy. Speaking of, where was Hephaestus? I figured he'd be invited. Well, good morning, sunshine. You've been asleep for a few days, as have most of the people back there. Happy New Year. George, please lower your voice. My head is pounding. Overdid it at the Christmas party. In our efforts to stop Maui and Heracles from drinking every drop of alcohol. Yes, we may have drunk a little bit too much. Is my son still sleeping back there? I think so. I'll be honest, I didn't really look around too much. Well, we've been really busy up here. You willing to come back to work at the desk? Do I have to be nice to people? The good news is, no, you don't have to be nice. The even better news is, Hephaestus dropped off a little gift for us all. These little buttons that are supposed to act as our trapdoor system. You have one on your desk too. Excellent. I'll read the instructions and get started right away. In my opinion, is a very efficient system. Seems pretty straightforward. Alright. Next! Don't shout. Shouting is hurty. Next.
There has been some kind of mistake.
Good coffee. Welcome to the Gates of Judgment. The universe doesn't make mistakes.
Well, it did this time.
Sir, you're going to want to talk very softly, please.
Yeah, and why should I?
Because I promise you, if you keep shouting, you're going to have a bad time.
Look, I'm sorry. It's just, I can't die right now.
Why not? Big plans that involve being alive?
Last night was the best night of my life. I finally got up the courage to actually kiss the girl of my dreams at midnight on New Year's. My life is supposed to start now.
Well, it seems the universe had other plans there.
But it was going to be perfect. 2025 was supposed to be my year.
Listen, I'm sorry things didn't exactly work out for you. But unfortunately, what's done is done.
Can't I just go back and pretend my death didn't happen?
You can go back to Earth, sure, but,
I'll take it. Which way?
Back the way you came, you'll see a reincarnation line. But you won't.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Fine. Go before I can explain to you that you're not going back to your original life. You're going to a completely different life. But what do I know? I've only existed here forever. Next. Later, Anubis. Alright, that should be the last of the gods gone. Huh. Ollie never came out. Did he leave already? I have no idea. It's been really busy. It's possible he slipped out. Do you mind if I check the break room to see if he's still in there? Go for it. Am and I will handle the Gates of Judgment until you get back. Still asleep. Wakey, wakey, Ollie. What time is it? Time is irrelevant in the afterlife. Also, I have no idea. That was a really good sleep. This couch is surprisingly comfortable. Yeah, you were asleep for a few days. You know, that actually really makes sense. I didn't sleep for like a week before I came to the party. I was nervous about how it would turn out. Well, luckily it went well. Yeah, really well. I think I'm gonna grab some coffee. Do you want anything? No, thanks. I'm gonna head back out. I want to give you some space so that you can actually wake up. When you're ready, we'll walk you through our usual procedure out there. All right, I'll be out soon. Second door on the right, okay? Bye. So, was Ollie back there? And if so, how's he doing? Good. He's good. Is something wrong? No, not really. I just get this feeling, I don't know. Just feels like the other shoe is about to drop, you know? Ah, I see. It has been so long since something actually good has happened to you that it's hard to trust it. You hit the nail on the head, I think. You're just being paranoid. Sometimes good things do happen. I guess, yeah. Trust me, George, I've been around the block a time or two. Accept the good things when they happen. I just feel like, with how I used to be, I don't deserve these good things. Just stop, George. You're a changed person. You evolved. You're putting good out into the universe. Let the universe give back. Yeah. You're right. Thanks, Angelo. No problem. Now, let's get back to work. Next! Alright, that should be everything. In short, be nice to the good souls, as mean as you want to the jerks. Look at the tablet if you need to know anything about the soul, and if you have any questions, ask. Do you have any questions? No, I don't think so. Are you ready for your first soul? I guess. Nervous? I've never really been good at this. I mean, just ask my dad. I was once forced to work at the front desk of his country club, and it didn't end well at all. All of that is in the past. Plus, the main reason you didn't do well in that job is because you didn't actually want to do it. But this job, you do want to do, right? Mainly to get to know you. Plus, I guess I wouldn't mind getting to know the other people who work here as well. And I would like to help some other souls in the afterlife. There you go. Keep up that attitude and you're golden. Okay, I'm ready. All right. Next!
Hi, Mr. Guy I don't know. I'm Callie.
Oh, hello. Do you need help?
No, thank you. I'm just here to see Mr. George and everyone.
Callie, welcome back. How was your Christmas?
It was so much fun. I got to meet Santa, and I got to pet Rudolph and the other reindeer, and I got lots of presents, and I made lots of friends, and...
Dad? Do you know this kid? Oh, yes. Ollie, this is Callie, a friend to those of us at the Gates. Callie, this is Ollie, my son.
Hi, Mr. Ollie. Do you like toys?
Oh, yeah, toys can be fun.
Want to play with me? Mr. Henry lets me play with his toys if I'm careful.
I'd like to, but I need to get back to work. You go ahead.
Okay. Mr. George, want to play?
Sure, I can spend some time with you. Come on. That is so bizarre. And a breeze for your first soul. Henry's first soul was a real jerk. And you don't even want to know about George's first soul. Sure, she's a good kid. It's just... it's weird seeing a kid want to hang out with my dad. when I was a kid, I don't know. I mean, he was never like that with me. One of the many changes he's been through since his arrival here. It's a weird feeling. I'm happy for him, sure. But also, how dare he give something to somebody else that you always wanted, right? Yeah, that. How'd you guess? I've seen it before. Just don't let your jealousy get in the way of your happiness. Also, remember, just because he's capable of it now doesn't mean he was capable of it before. Yeah, good point. Back to work? Back to it. All right. Here we go. Next. The following episode of the Gates of Judgment dives into this very serious topic. Viewer discretion is advised. If you or a loved one is experiencing any situation that is similar to those depicted in this video, please reach out. Help is out there. You can get safe. Welcome to the Gates of Judgment. I'm a new guy here, so there's a possibility that whatever you need, I don't know, but I promise that I will find it out. Do you need help?
I
Well, if you need somebody to talk to, I'm here.
It's just being here and how I'm having trouble with
Being on this side of the mortal coil is jarring. Yeah.
my husband, he was always and I
It's all right. Whatever you're trying to process, take your time. I'll be here when you're ready.
he was always drinking. And he wasn't the nicest person when he was sober either. But it was so much worse when he drank. And he wouldn't stop. And I tried, but he wouldn't. And I wouldn't take it anymore.
Oh. I'm so sorry. I can't even imagine what.
But I guess I wasn't strong enough. He got the upper hand and oh God, what is my family gonna think?
Well, I can find that part out for you if you want.
What?
Your file on this thing would be able to tell me what's happening with your family after after it happened.
I'm not sure I want to know. Michael, he was really good at tricking people. He would always tell me how he would convince everyone that I was the one in the wrong. He's gonna make them hate me.
If you think it's more comforting for you to just not know, that is totally fine too.
Yes, I need to know. Do they hate me?
Okay. Oh, I see. Well, good news. They know the truth.
What?
According to this thing, most of your family always suspected that Michael was a douchebag. Actually, yeah, a few things that he said to them pretty much confirmed it. So oh, that is fantastic.
What? What's going on?
It says here that they were giving certain pieces of information to the police, so they started an investigation. Apparently, yeah, Michael was claiming self-defense. He said that you were the abusive one. I'm not the least bit surprised. It seems like your neighbor was a lot nosier than you thought. Saw a lot of the things that happened between you and Michael. Wow, okay. So he even snapped some pictures just in case you needed some help at some point. Marshall did that? Man, I knew he was a snoop, but then again, I guess in the end, it was a good thing. In the end, your former husband is definitely getting investigated, eventually, probably arrested. Thank you. Thank you. So, what's your next step? I guess, well, I was always told that I was going to hell for being gay, honestly. Being gay does not automatically put you in hell. Turns out the Christian extremists were entirely wrong about that. Well, then, if I'm not being damned, where am I going? If you are being given a reward, I think I might have a suggestion for you. So, what are my options? Well, after living with a husband who treated you so poorly, and it seems to me like you have a good heart. Let me just check something. Okay. It says here that you have been judged as deserving a reward. I guess that's why they call it the Gates of Judgment, right? People get judged here. Yeah, I guess. Only it's not me that's doing the judging. It's the universe. Okay, so the universe said that I earned a reward? Yep. And that means that you can go to pretty much any paradise realm that exists, with some minor exceptions. But if you're up for it, I do have a suggestion, as I said. Sure. I'll hear whatever you have to say. So, having a traumatic experience like your abusive husband, I would normally say that you should go to hell. But I thought you said I was getting a reward. Oh, you are. I'm not suggesting that you go there because you're being punished. They actually have very good therapy in hell. It's designed to be helpful for people to kind of get past some mental problems. I use their facilities myself. They're very good at their job. Oh. I never thought of hell being like that, but... Okay, so if you're not recommending me going to hell, then what is your recommendation? Huh? You said you'd normally suggest that I go to hell to get some therapy, indicating that you're not suggesting it this time. So what is your suggestion? Oh, right. Well, how much do you know about Norse mythology? Not a lot. I know Thor and Vikings and beards. That's about it. Well, yeah. It does say here that you qualify for Valhalla. Valhalla? I think I remember that, but, what's that? It's a paradise for soldiers who died in battle. But I'm not a soldier. I never even wanted to join the army. Sure, but you are a warrior. Warriors aren't those who just go to war. They're those who show great courage and vigor. I never felt very brave. I always felt afraid. But you were in a dangerous situation, and even if it did take a while, you eventually did fight back. That's courage. That's bravery. Even if you are right, I don't know. It sounds like Valhalla would be kind of like those military movies. Not at all. I have a friend who lives in Valhalla, and she describes it as kind of like a spa mixed with an exercise retreat, mixed with a summer camp, kind of. That doesn't sound so bad. From what my friend told me, it's a very empowering experience. It's as much about mental health as it is physical health. There's sparring exercises, there's yoga, well, there's a lot of activities. If I do qualify, but what if they see me as a fraud for not actually being a soldier? There is a saying that I heard once. Actually, my friend from Valhalla said it. She said, "Not all battles are fought in a war. You are a warrior. You just fought a different kind of battle." I guess that I can try it out. If it doesn't actually work out for me, can I change my mind later? I am sure the universe can accommodate you if you change your mind. Then I'll give it a shot. Which way? I'm sorry, I don't really... Actually, yes, I do know. If you go back out into the universal hallway, you'll eventually find a hallway that has Viking memorabilia. If you go through there, you'll eventually find a door that's guarded by these two big burly guys. They should let you through. Thank you. Here goes nothing. You handled that excellently, Ollie. Very nice work. Yes, I quite agree. You did amazing, Ollie. Oh, thank you. Your friendly neighborhood trans man is back at the Gates of Judgement. Welcome back, Henry. You seem a lot more chipper than the last time I saw you. Well, I've decided to seize the afterlife by both horns. That is a really good attitude to have. Hi, Henry. Hello there. Hey, Henry. I hope you don't mind we've been playing with your toys. George, we need to talk. Sorry, I just kind of assumed that we had your permission to play with these. No, not about the toys. About something way more important than the toys. You're welcome to use the break room if you need to talk. No need. This is something I don't mind any of you hearing. Well, if you're sure, you go ahead and keep playing, Callie. I'll be with you in a minute. Okay, Mr. George. Okay, so. Hi. Yes. Hello. What did you need to say? Right. I guess it's just better if I cut the pleasantries and get to it. Okay. Okay, so there's something that I've been keeping from you. Something that I've known for quite a while, but I didn't know how you would react to it. Henry, just tell me. I promise, whatever it is, I'll try not to overreact. Okay, God, this is stupid. This is stupid. Just say it. Just say it. Okay. George? Yes, Henry? I'm in love with you. What? What? It's true. I've been in love with you for quite a while. I just didn't know how to say it. That is... I don't even know. Henry, I have no idea what to say. That is surprising, for sure. Wait a minute. Yeah, okay. So what do you say, George? Will you go out with me? Alright, enough is enough. Get out of that get-up, Loki. Oh man, your face, George, that was absolutely priceless. Wow. Okay, you got me. You definitely got me. Worth it entirely. You had that coming. Yeah, Loki, I'll admit. That was some good vengeance delivered well. I am a professional at trickery. You know this. Yeah, that was well done. I must admit when I've been had. How did you even fall for it? I mean, come on. Like your own child would ever actually admit to falling in love with you. Yeah, like... Wait. What? Whoa, what?
What the hell, man?
What? Before you go, I just wanted to say I will not be doing Red Note because of reasons that I'll talk about in another video, but I am on some other apps which should be popping up right here. So follow me there. So how'd you like that ending?
Mr. Ollie, I'm confused. What's going on?
Well, Callie, it seems Loki over there told a secret to everybody at the Gates of Judgment that he really shouldn't have said.
Oh, that's bad. People shouldn't tell secrets.
Yeah, and apparently I have a brother that I actually have to really meet.
What was that, Mr. Ollie?
Nothing. Why don't I play with you until George is ready?
Okay. Loki, you supreme jackass. Why would you just come out and say that?
Say what? What did I do? Wait, hold on. Are you saying that Henry is my... Are you telling me you didn't know? No, that doesn't make sense. Henry, he looks so much like his mother. How did I not notice that before?
He did not know, you beardless goat. That was not your secret to tell.
How was I supposed to know it was a secret? I mean, how could he not know? It's so obvious.
Get the hell out of here, Loki, before I break your horns off and shove them where Soul's Light won't reach.
Fine. Sheesh. This was hardly my fault, though. How was I to know? George? George, if you need to take a break, you can just... Did you know? That's a very good question. Don't bullshit me, Angelo. Did you know? Only since Christmas. And you didn't tell me? How could you keep that a secret from me? Look, I'm sorry, but it wasn't my secret to tell. Oh, that is a load of... Fine. You're right. Are you okay? Why didn't he tell me? He's scared about how you'll react to it. Is he ashamed of me? I would understand that. No, not at all. He's just got this worry that you're gonna reject him. How could he think that of me? Then again, of course he would. I keep trying to let go of my past, but the universe keeps slapping me in the face to tell me that I can't escape it. That's not what this is about at all, George. Henry just needs time. He would have told you himself, eventually. What should I do? Tell him that I know, or pretend that I don't? I think that that's a decision only you can make. Right. I think I want to get back to work. Are you sure you don't need a break? Working helps me focus. I've told you that before. Fine. Whatever you want.
Next. There are only two genders.
Who the heck starts a conversation like that?
The president agrees with me. It was signed into law.
Welcome to the Gates of Judgment. How can I help you?
There is only male and female, and you cannot change from what you were born as.
I can give you information about the afterlife systems, give you directions, or kindly ask you to leave. Your choice.
I can't help but notice you're not arguing with me.
I make it a point not to argue with people who are confrontational and willfully ignorant at the same time. Saves me the headache.
I am not willfully ignorant. My point of view has been validated by the law.
All right, you're looking for a fight? I'm going to ask you a simple question. If you can answer that question honestly, I will give you the fight that you want, okay?
Whenever anyone says that, they usually ask some horrible confrontational question.
No, this is a genuine question.
I really, truly, actually want an answer. Well, if I catch even a whiff of an insult, I will be complaining. No insult, just a question. How do trans people affect your life in any way? Well, it's obvious. It flies in the face of God. I didn't ask how it affects your version of God. I asked how it affects you. It's offensive to my religion. There is nothing in the Bible that talks about trans people at all. And that still doesn't answer the question. How does the fact that trans people exist affect your life in any way? They're abominations. They're corrupting our youth. That is not even slightly true. But even if it were, it's not. You are not a youth. You don't even have kids. So let's get back to the actual question. How does a person getting surgery to feel more comfortable in their own skin affect your life personally in any way? They're taking over culture. They're all over media. You really don't have an answer, do you? I have given you plenty of legitimate answers to your question. You have not, because the truth of the matter is, it doesn't affect you. It never has. You just have this resentment for other people changing their appearance away from something that you consider normal. They're obscene. They're going against nature. We're not having a conversation about science or religion or the law. We're talking about you. And you have no good arguments. Trans people exist, and they deserve to live their lives. They are a disgrace to our... Shut up! You know, I never use that power, but I will not be hearing any more from you. Trans people have a right to exist. They aren't abominations, or offensive, or a joke. You, however, are a cruel, horrible, controlling person who cannot stand when people don't fit into your worldview. You are the offensive abomination. You're the joke. We are all the way done here. Are you okay, Mr. Bossman? You got scary. Sorry, Callie. I just had to put on my boss man face. Everything's okay now. He doesn't trust you. He thinks you're a jerk. He feels you're unworthy of being his father. Hello? I'm sorry. What? You were going to tell me how to get to the Wiccan Summerlands? Right. Sorry. Just let me think for a moment. Are you okay? You look... I don't know. Is it possible to look pale in the afterlife? It's just a lot on my mind. Need someone to talk to? You're not my therapist. You're right. So, do you have a therapist that you can talk to? No. I mean, yes, I do have a therapist. But no, I don't think I need to talk to her right now. I'm fine. I don't know. Just looking at you, you look like you have some things that you need to let out. Just trying to make some sense about some of the things in my life. Well, I guess not life. Existence. Things are not going so great for you? Oh, I wouldn't say that. I mean, I'm good at my job here at the Gates of Judgement. I just rekindled my relationship with a son that I treated kind of poorly. I found out that I have another son who I have to really get to know. Things are good. Those all sound like pretty good things. And it's all hanging by a thread. I feel like anything that I do is going to shatter the illusion of things being fine. I mean, I already messed up with Ollie once in life. I probably will mess up again and make him hate me again.
Well, that's not so great. And Henry, God, what do I even say to him? Why has he waited so long to tell me that he is actually the daughter that I had with my secretary? Is he afraid that I'm ashamed that he's trans? Oh, I couldn't tell you any. I'm not ashamed. There was a time in my life where I probably would have been. It's why I was sent to hell. I wasn't a good person. It's why I'm stuck here too. I'm a hell-bound prisoner forced to be here kind of against my will. And I'm not allowed to leave. But I'm still trying to do better. That is quite a lot of... I feel like anything that I do is going to be the wrong move. I was told this by somebody who wasn't him. So if I tell him that I know, is he going to be disappointed that I know, or angry even? But if I don't tell him that I know, and then he finds out that I did know, is he going to be angry then? I don't know what to do. Are you absolutely certain that you don't need to go talk to your therapist? I know trauma dumping when I see it. I just need to focus. I'm sorry, that was a lot for you. Hey, I can take it. I've always had one of those faces or auras that people feel like they can open up to. Still, I am terribly sorry. What did you need again? Directions to the Wiccan Summerlands. Oh, right. Yes. Back the way you came, down the hallway, past a coffee shop called Common Grounds. You should see an archway that leads into a meadow. That's your destination. Thanks. You know, talking with a stranger is good and all, but you should really consider going to talk to your therapist. They're going to be better acquainted with how to help you. Well, I'll think about it. Good luck with... Just good luck. I think the soul was right, George. Maybe you do need to go talk to Psyche. I'm fine. No, I'm not. But I will be. I'd rather just stay and work for now. Fine. But pace yourself. And try not to overwhelm the souls, please. Sorry. I will try to keep a hold of my emotions. Next. This is a travesty. An injustice. Welcome to the Gates of Judgement. Your life was your own damn fault. How can I help you? You can correct this immediately. I was not that bad of a person, and I do not deserve a punishment. The universe deemed you worthy of punishment. Who am I to tell the universe that it's wrong? Yes, I know what the universe thinks. It's the same thing those hippy-dippy types think. I was not an abuser. I was a disciplinarian. Uh-huh. Were you now? Of course. How else are children supposed to learn unless we straighten them out? It's how my parents taught me, and I turned out fine. Saying it's fine because your parents did it is a bad defense. If your parents jumped off a cliff, would you do it too? I maintain that it wasn't abuse, it was tough love. Now, the cheating, I do understand why I'm being punished for that. I did cheat on my wife. Well, I cheated on every wife that I had. But still, I don't deserve such a terrible punishment. An abuser and a cheater. How many bad father cliches would you like to try for? Were you also an alcoholic? That is absolutely none of your business. Yeah, it figures. And I provided for that bastard child. I don't see why I have to be punished over keeping it a secret. What? The dumbass kid was fine. It didn't need me. And it's not my fault that it turned out to be some trans freak. I wasn't even in its life. I shouldn't be punished over it. What is this? Who are you? I think you know exactly who I am. and why I deserve every ounce of agony I have coming to me. What the hell?
Mr. George, are you playing pretend?
What is it, Callie?
You were talking to nobody. Do you have an imaginary friend? Can I meet him?
I was just... I think I need to go talk to Psyche. So, George, what seems to be the problem? Did you know that Henry is the child that I had with Rose? Ah, he finally told you. So you did know. I was told it in confidence, yes. If something affects my life, I deserve to know the truth. Well, George, it was not my... It wasn't your secret to tell. Yes, I got the same thing from Angelo. I don't know how I'm supposed to trust you as a doctor or him as a boss if you won't tell me important things. You are going to have to accept that things told to me and to Angelo in private are going to remain private until such a time as we're given permission to share. Anyway, no, it wasn't Henry that told me. Loki is the one that let the cat out of the bag. Not the most ideal way to find out that bit of information. Why wouldn't Henry tell me that? What does he see in me that's so wrong? Henry's reluctance to tell you the truth has very little to do with you. I've actually been trying to convince him to be upfront with you. Yeah, well, it makes me feel like there's something about me he just doesn't want to have in his life. Now, George, if that were true, he wouldn't have specifically sought you out at the gates. More than anything, I feel stupid for not knowing innately. I feel like I'm a bad father. Your abilities as a father are not connected to your ability to identify a person you had just met as your child. Intellectually, you make sense. Emotionally, I still feel like a failure. I'm going to ask you to step away from that feeling for a moment. Let's ask a different question. And what is that? Now that you know about Henry, what do you plan on doing? Well, I'm not sure I should do anything. Oh? And what makes you say that? I was already thinking that the peace and happiness that I was feeling was fragile. I don't want to do anything that might shatter it. Although, the argument could be made that Loki already left it in pieces all over the floor. That is a very common trauma response, being distrustful of good things happening. I was telling Angelo earlier that I was waiting for the other shoe to drop. I guess this is the shoe. I think you need to see this as an opportunity. An opportunity for what? For positive growth. If you think Henry didn't tell you because of something he saw within you, then perhaps you should try changing for the better. I think that is far easier said than done. You're not wrong. Although with all the growing that you've already done, I believe that you can do it. Well, thanks for the vote of confidence, I suppose. Now, were there any other particular reasons you wanted to urgently meet with me? Have you been experiencing any side effects thanks to the exposure to Cthulhu's Spawn during Halloween? No? No, I don't think so. George, I can tell when you're lying to me. Fine. Pretty sure I've been hearing voices and seeing things. I see. Well then, let's talk about that. Welcome to the Gates of Judgment. You will be judged by your actions on Earth and sent off to your deserved afterlife. How can I help you? You're an odd sort, ain't ya? You one of them spectrum people? If you are asking whether I am autistic, I am not. What you may be sensing is that I am an artificial intelligence designed to help here at the gates. Really sorry for that forward question, but thank you for the answer. Anyway, a robot, huh? Fascinating. Are you in need of assistance? So what's it like, being a robot? I do not understand the question. I have never been anything else. That's a fair answer. It's like asking a dog what it's like to be a dog. They don't know any other way to be. Of course, I have no choice but to be what I am, what I have always been. Like a great philosopher once said, I am what I am, and that's all that I am. According to my databanks, the philosopher of which you speak is the cartoon character Popeye the Sailor. Oh, you're right. Well, cartoons can be wise sometimes. Yes. Now, did you need some assistance? Not at all. This is my 7th, 8th life? I don't know. Does it count if I barely lived past birth once? Anyway, I've been to the afterlife a few times before. I think I know my way around. Then, if I may ask, what brings you to the Gates of Judgment? Just wanted to swing by. And you looked interesting. Nobody has ever referred to me as interesting before. If I may inquire, why do you think this of me? Well, it's always the quiet one in the corner, the one that nobody seems to be paying attention to, that has the most interesting thing to say. I do not believe I have anything of substance to say. Nonsense. You just haven't found the right words to say. Let me ask you this. In the entire afterlife, have you ever met anybody else like you? I cannot say that I have ever met anyone quite like me, no. There you go. In a universe full of people across all walks of life, there is nobody who exists who is quite like you. Thank you for your perspective. It has given me validation I was unaware that I needed. Name's Jay, by the way. What's your name, friend? Friend? My name is Am. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Hi, guys. Sorry I was gone from the Gates of Judgment for so long. I just had some things I needed to process on my own. Henry, is that really you? That is a weird question. Why wouldn't I be me? Loki was here not that long ago, and he was pretending to be you. Why would Loki do that? Well, he was pranking George to get back at him for the horse comment. That makes sense. What was the prank? Well, he told George you were in love with him. Ugh. Gross. That is gross. Yeah, I know. Are you sure you're not Loki? How can I prove a negative? That doesn't make sense. Okay, good. I'm reasonably convinced that you're not him. If you were him, you'd be doing everything you possibly could to convince you that you weren't. You get me? Yeah, I guess. Where is George, anyway? I was hoping that I could talk to him. He's in Psyche's office. Callie was in here earlier, too, and she and I played with your toys. I hope you don't mind. Callie is always welcome to play whenever she wants. You too, Ollie. Yeah. Thanks. Okay. Why does the vibe feel super weird in here? Henry, let's talk in the break room. Why? What's going on? It's nothing that serious, really, but I think we should talk in the break room. Angelo, you're starting to scare me. Am I being fired or something? I promise there is nothing to be scared of. It's just... All right, I think I'm ready. Henry, welcome back. Hey, George. Everything all right? Yeah, well, don't worry about that right now. Can I talk to you? Angelo had something he wanted to tell me. Don't worry about me right now. Go talk to George, and both of you can obviously use the break room. Well, okay. Okay. We should have a bit of privacy in here. Right. Did you need to say something to me? No, I thought you had something that you wanted to tell me. You were trying to get my attention at the Christmas party, remember?
Oh, yeah, that. I, um,
Before you say anything,
the thing is,
I just wanted to...
I've been trying to tell you.
Sorry, go on.
No, you go ahead. Um, George, I'm
Henry.
I've been trying to tell you, I'm,
Henry. You have your mother's eyes, especially when you smile. I cannot believe I didn't notice that before. You know? Come here.
Dad.
I am really glad that George and Henry are finally talking. They've really needed it. Maybe there will be less tension around the Gates of Judgment now. Yeah, maybe. How are you taking all of this? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I guess he's my brother now. I should be happy, right? Not necessarily. You don't have to be happy about anything. I don't know. I've known about Dad's secret kid for a while now, but it's one thing to know about it. It's another thing for that kid to be right in my face. You haven't known Henry for very long, but I promise you, he's a good guy. You'll like him. I probably will like him. It's just... Don't be afraid to speak your mind. Whatever you tell me is going to stay between us. I just got my dad back. Now I have to share him with... And I know that's a childish thing to say, but... I was looking forward to some one-on-one time, you know? Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. What, you're not gonna tell me to grow up and deal with it like a man? Whoa, where did that come from? When have I ever treated you like that in our very short time together? Sorry. I have a tendency to lash out when I'm not in a good mood. I've been trying to work on it. It's okay. Just don't lash out at them, though. They really don't deserve it. Neither do I, but you know what I mean. I know. It's... This whole situation is not ideal. I wish I had gotten at least a little bit of time before this secret got out. Think of this from Henry's perspective. He's been here the whole time, but never really seen for who he truly is. Now, he gets that chance. But just because he's getting what he wants, doesn't mean that you can't get equal time with your dad. Maybe. How about you try to find the positive spin yourself? I guess, new brother? Maybe I'll have more in common with this one. Maybe we'll actually get along. That's the spirit. Wait, how did you know? Did Angelo tell you? He promised me he wouldn't. No, he wouldn't do that. Loki came to the Gates of Judgment and accidentally spilled the beans. Loki? How did he know? I never told him, and I thought I was doing a decent job of hiding it from everybody. He's a god. Maybe he sensed it. Well, I'm sorry you found out that way. I wish I had been the one to tell you. Why didn't you tell me? Why did you keep it a secret for so long? I was just scared that you wouldn't take the news very well. Because of my past bigotries? Yeah, I'm sorry. I know you're not like that anymore, but it's hard to forget when you heard that I was like that for so long.
Yeah. Look, it's not about you. It was more about my own personal fear of rejection.
Except it is about me. You're afraid of rejection because of my own past.
Because of my own past. There are too many times where I came out to someone only for them to tell me that I was wrong, or confused, or being swayed by the devil, or any number of other stupid things. I couldn't take that coming from my own DNA.
Okay, we are not going to get anywhere in this conversation if we keep trying to blame ourselves. So here's what we're going to do. I will concede that your refusal to tell me the truth has a lot to do with your past experience with prejudice.
All right.
However, you must also concede that my own past being prejudiced also contributed to that refusal.
Fine. You're right. But I don't want you to feel like you haven't changed. You have. I've seen it.
I know that I have. The me of the past would never have insisted on taking some of the blame.
Really?
I often tried to shift the blame elsewhere. It wasn't my fault I was abusive. It's my father's fault for treating me that way. It wasn't my fault for cheating. It was society's fault for making me get married to maintain my social status. It wasn't my fault, blah, blah, blah. I need to start taking accountability for my own actions.
Fine. I'm not going to deny you your piece of the blame. Can we just move past this now?
Yes, I wholeheartedly agree.
So, what now?
I just want to state for the record, I have no intention of replacing your father. From the very little that you've told me about Henry, he seems like he was a very important person to you.
Right. I don't want you to replace him either. But there's nothing in the rules of the universe that says that I'm not allowed to have two father figures.
I'm going to screw up.
Hey, Henry wasn't perfect either. His taste in music was awful. And he sucked at board games.
I can't say that my taste in music is any better, or that I'm any good at board games. When I was younger, my mother had to make up rules to Clue just to make it two-player compatible so that we could play together. And somehow, she always let slip what cards she had, and I always won.
Look, we'll take it one day at a time. It's the only thing we can do.
I'm glad we're on the same page now.
Yeah, it feels like a massive weight off of my shoulders.
Yeah, I'd have to agree.